Hello everybody, this is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. The video title for today is Things You Must Do. Things you must do. Now, of course, I'm basically talking about, business, but believe it or not, if you really want to have a happy, fulfilling life, there's really nothing, listen closely, there's really nothing that you can do that's, anything out there as far as, really making a difference, making an impact, really going down with a statement that I'll say in a minute where, that you're leaving a legacy. And so, hello, my incredible son, Matthew. Hi, Lisa. Hi, John, Dustin, Norma. Thank you very much for jumping on here. And one of the things I want to tell each and every one of you is that I'm going to do a couple of things here. First, here's a statement by the great late Jim Rohn. I was so honored and blessed not only to be in a lot of his trainings, but actually, have some personal interactions with Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn said, there's two times that you die in your life. Two times that you die. One is when you physically take your last breath on this planet. So, that's the death of your physical body. And he said, the next time you die is when people stop saying your name. When people stop saying your name. And so, regardless if you have relationships with your children or your grandchildren, if you're not having any interaction with them, they're going to stop saying your name. And so, whether it's a legacy through your family or a legacy in life or legacy to a charity, you have to do these three things. And when I said you must do, I'm going to give you little spins on them. But believe it or not, 35 plus years ago, I'm taught how to do this from my mentor. And when he shared these things, he said, these are the only things that count. I'll say that again. These are the only things that count. So there's a lot of other things that you may or may not want to do. But if you know anything about sports, you can get really good at one of these things and make millions and millions and millions of dollars. So let's just cover that very quickly. So if you're a baseball player, what if you're good at catching the ball? What else do you got to be good at? Throwing the ball. What else do you got to be good at? Hitting the ball. So when you really sit and think about how simple this business is if you're a baseball player and for every 10 times that you're up to the plate, you're up to bat, if you get on base 3 times, that's a 300 average. That makes you $1 million player. You could not be good at batting and you're a pitcher. And you make sure that other people don't hit the ball. Again, millions, tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions, and contract. Then you're the catcher. Or, you're a good shortstop or an outfielder. So every time the ball is there, you're fast enough to get under the ball and catch it so the person's out. So when you look at baseball, and I know I have a lot of international people that are watching this, let's talk about soccer, right? Or what the rest of the world calls football. Here in the United States, we call it soccer, right? So if you think of a soccer player, what are some good things that they got to do? 1, they got to be able to score a goal. 2, they got to be able to pass the ball. And then 3, again, there's a goalie. A goalie is to make sure that the other team doesn't get the ball in, right? And so you think about each and every one of these things, you can master one of these 3 things and make millions and millions and millions of dollars. If you're a singer, what's the things that you got to master? So a lot of people are really good singers, but they don't seem to have a good presence on stage. You know what I mean? So they may not be a good dancer, but you could be a good dancer or not a singer. So the reason I'm bringing this training to you is I know that when you first get in, there's a lot of things that you feel or you think that you need to know. And when I got involved in this business, again, I tell people there's two ways that you get involved. One is through inspiration. So you see all the people in the Olympics, they got inspired. People that are actors, singers, athletes. They're inspired by somebody else they seen do it. So that's that inspiration. Me, I came from desperation. So all my money's out, all my promises that I made to myself and my family, I didn't have any income coming in. And so guess what? I now have, through desperation, I found something to do. Now, some of you are going to crack up when I say this. I hope you share this with everyone you know. When I first got introduced to this industry, the person that introduced it to me really simply did an incredible invitation. Now, I've been doing videos since January 1st, and you can go to, youtube.com/Robert Hollis and click on steps as a playlist, or go to roberthollis.com/steps, STEPS, plural. And I'm walking people through it. So I not only talk about invitation, how to invite properly, but I also talk about being enthusiastic, being excited. I've been talking recently about your belief system. If your belief system and your excitement's not there, and you're out there doing these three things, you're not going to get any results. I just thought of it. It just popped in my head. You can really want to make an income, a full-time income playing soccer. You could really want to. But when you get on the field with some professionals, you're going to understand what you're missing. And that's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. But even if you practice, you still could not be good if you didn't believe in your potential. Remember, we've been talking about that? So if you don't believe in your potential and you're not willing to learn a certain way to run a play to pass it to other people so that they can kick the goal. If you're a ball hog, they're going to take the ball away from you and they're going to probably go down the other end and maybe score. So, there's a lot of neat things that you need to learn. And so you could want to be successful in this industry, but you got to believe that you can do it. You can believe that if other people can do it, you can do it. And so the other part that's magic, it's just magical, that if you don't, if in your invite, if you're not edifying and promoting someone other than you, including, the system that the company has, I'm telling you, you could be the best inviter in the world. And a lot of people say this all the time to me. They go, Robert, I'm able to get people to pre-enroll or create a free account, but I cannot get them to buy product or invite anybody else. That very simply means that you're just, Jenna, by the way, on my YouTube channel, I've been putting up 3 videos there that Jenna just did an amazing training today. Jenna's Wagle, which happens to not only be the CEO, but also the founder and also Terry and I's upline. So, so for her to be able to generate, 7 figures a month in income, she's a pretty good mentor to listen to. So pretty amazing. So the next thing I want to share with you is, what are those 3 things? What are those 3 things in this industry? And I'm telling you right now, when I first sat down with my mentor, you guys will crack up. So I was invited properly by Sean Hennigan. He edified Bill Gould. He promoted Bill Gould. He told me what he's made because he's seen a copy of his check with the stub. And through excitement and energy, he got me in front of Bill Gould, okay? So he got really good at the first two boxes I'm going to show you, right? Then when I got involved in the company, listen closely, I was already mentally wanting to be a crew chief for a race car team. That was my trajectory. That was my vision. Vision inspires success in others. That was my dream. That was my goal. So now that I'm on workman's comp and I'm not making any money, I got involved, decided to do this profession, marketing, direct sales, network marketing, MLM, whatever you want to call it. I decided to listen to this guy because he was documented and made money. But secondly, most importantly, he showed me 5 or 6 people that he had pictures with, and he also had a copy of their check. So it's not that he just made a lot of money. He also had showed other people how to totally replace their income. I'm talking $9,000 or $10,000 a month. And he said, I've helped these people. I can help you. So now here's the part of the training I couldn't wait to get to, but I've needed to explain the 3 things. Is I said to my mentor that I only wanted to do the things that I had to do to earn money. I wasn't interested in anything else. I didn't want to be a speaker. I didn't want to be a testimony. I didn't want to be a trainer. I didn't want to be a presenter. All I wanted was to make money as fast and quick as I could because I was looking at this industry as temporary. Temporary. I only wanted to make enough money till my knee healed and I could go back to focus on the goal and the dream that I thought that I wanted at that time in my life. And I did. So I said, listen, just tell me what I got to do. Just tell me what I got to do. And he showed me these 3 boxes. Now, for people that are on here that have known me for years, you know, you draw 3 boxes and you can see above one is connections, above another one is invitations or invites, and the last one would be signups. And, you know, you could actually put there / buying product. And so he said, Robert, the reason that I want you to write boxes, the only reason I want you to physically write boxes is because I want you to put a number in those boxes. So if you said, Robert, how many connections did you do today? Robert, how many invitations did you give with edification, excitement, belief? How many invites did you get people to create a free account? And then 3, is did they buy any products or become friends, right? I'm talking about Facebook, right? So the first step is people don't want to master connections. And it was so funny that, Jenna in her video today is people just want people to buy stuff. They just want, hey, can you buy some CBD from me? Can you buy some coffee from me? Can you buy whatever you're marketing? Hey, I just want people to buy product from me. And I love Jenna's training. It's like, if all you're doing is signing up people and then they quit, signing up people and then they quit, then signing up people and then they quit, then guess what? That's not only going to be a temporary income, but you're going to get extremely frustrated because this whole industry is about building a group of people, loyal, satisfied affiliates and customers that buy the product each and every day. And so if you're just focused on signups and selling product, let me get over there. If this is the only box that you're focused on right there, then that's not what this business is all about. So let me switch gears just for a second and just share with you how important this is. So I know that a lot of you that are watching me on Facebook there was a day that you created a Facebook account. Now, I don't know how many people, in fact, nobody, seeing a Facebook advertisement online or on TV and went to Facebook and created an account. That's the same with YouTube. That's the same with TikTok. Do you know that someone connected with you, someone that was already connected with you, that you know, like, and trusted, that you knew that you don't care what they know unless you know that they care. Through that trust and belief, they reached out to you and said, Nicole, have you heard of Facebook? No. Hey, listen, go to facebook.com and create an account. Well, why? Well, I get to share family pictures with you. It's really cool. You can connect with people that you knew when you were younger. It allows you to connect with other people. Connect. So the one thing that my mentor told me is, Robert, when you meet somebody on the street, and again, listen closely, I didn't have internet. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't have cell phones. So my very first goal each and every day, I used to get up, take a shower, jump in my car, go downtown where there was a lot of people. I figured out later that I could go to malls and go to food courts. But my goal was, how many people did I connect with? How many people did I walk up to and get eye contact with and say, hello, hi, my name's Robert, and pause. Hi. Maybe they gave me their name, maybe they didn't. And I would say, I was wondering if you could help me out with something. I was hoping that you could do me a huge personal favor. This is called connecting. Connecting. And I would sometimes say 2 or 3 things. I would say, like, do you work around here? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I work in the First Interstate building. I go, awesome. Listen, I need your help. Do you know of anyone that would like to make some extra income? Our company right now is expanding and we can't find the quality people that we need. So do you know of anyone that would like to make a little extra income? And they would always say, what is this? Or sometimes when I was not connecting, they would say, no, thank you, or get away from me, or whatever. So when they could tell that I wasn't connecting, and so I get into their space. I didn't know what I was doing, but I needed to practice. So Bill would say, Robert, very simply, tell me how many connections you've done today. Then comes the invite, right? So on Facebook, I already shared how to create a friend. If someone is on here, you can find it on my YouTube channel. But, the next step is invite. So, connection. So, hi, Ben. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Tina. How are you doing? Kendall. Hi, Kendall. How are you? Nicole. I see quite a few people on here. Thank you very much. Please share this with people that you know. And so the next part that I needed to get great at is I got great at connecting. My wife is excellent at this. She is excellent at this. Is to give a sincere compliment. So my wife will see somebody and go, wow, I like that shirt, or wow, your hair's beautiful. I like those shoes. My wife is great at connecting. She is a natural at it. And so, inviting and connecting is 2 different things, right? So on Facebook, you want to reach out to someone, and I share on how to create with a friend of how to reach out and connect with someone without anything as an alternative motive. You're just connecting with them. Second is inviting. Inviting on Facebook would say, wow, can I please send you a friend request? Or would you mind if I send you a friend request? Do you mind if I send you a private message? I ask for permission. Inviting is asking people for permission. So when I actually would connect with somebody and they would say, what is this? I would say, why? Are you interested? And they go, well, it depends. And I'd say, listen, if you don't mind, I'd like to get your phone number and I can call you when you get off work and I can set up a time and share with you a little bit about what this is and how you can help us. And maybe this will be for you. I don't know. But the next invitation is basically asking them permission. And thank you very much, Sharon, for putting that. You're asking people permission to invite them. Invite them. You know, is it okay if I send you a link and you can create a free account? And I know once you see all the information, I know for a fact that you're going to know someone we can help. And so my mentor used to always say the reason for the boxes, by the way, and let me write this in here, 11, 9, 2, okay? I'm just throwing some numbers in there. The reason for the boxes are pretty funny because if you do this each and every day, you're going to get better at it. Or like I say, gooder and gooder. You know, so it's Kaizen is a Japanese word for never-ending improvement. You're consistently getting better. And when my mentor told me, Robert, listen, you connect with them, they get to know, like, and trust you. They can see that, you know, that you're interested in connecting them instead of closing them and selling them. And then you invite them to me coming over to their home and showing them an hour video. So that's the invite. And then after they see the presentation or the videos, then some will decide to sign up, and then some will decide to sign up and buy product. So let's go back to the Facebook model. You know, some people will allow you and give you permission to either send them a friend request or they'll give you permission to send them a private message. Believe it or not, I always use the private message. Is it okay if I send you a private message? I like to get to know you better. And once I get to know them better by looking at their profile, that's when I'm going to ask them, is it okay if I send you a friend request? So if you look at people that are very successful in online marketing, they have one thing in common. A lot of followers, a lot of friends, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. So if you notice people that are getting a lot, you know, you go to their site and they got 28,000 followers. They have almost 5,000 friends. You go to my web page, Robert Hollis SR. I think I got over 160,000 followers on that page. I looked at my YouTube channel recently, and it's like, I don't know if you've subscribed to it or clicked the notifications on it, but I think I have over 4,000 people following me on my YouTube channel. You can't create a bunch of people following you that you inspire, that you share things with, that you make them feel good. And they're going to share your stuff. They're going to share your videos. They're going to forward your videos. So when people first get involved in this business, maybe it was by mistake, but I'm glad that I don't believe that anything's a coincidence. But when my mentor said, Robert, if you don't get good at these three things, if you don't get good at connecting, getting them to know, like, and trust you, you don't do it if you try to do it without enthusiasm or belief that it will work for them because you believe it will work for you. You got to do it with some kind of posture, some kind of confidence. And we'll talk about, if you don't have those, how to get those. But when I reach out to people, they like connecting with me. And then through that connecting, I'll invite them. And then from there, I'll ask them to be a friend. And I have virtually thousands and thousands of people that send me friend requests all the time. All the time. But Facebook will only let me have 5,000. And so, you know, I always tell people, they go, did you get my friend request? I said, did you send me a private message? And they would go, no, I haven't. So I don't get to see the thousands and thousands. So if you can build a following online through a social media, you can build a group of people that know, like, and trust you. And when they see how much you care, then they care what you know. So then when you share stuff with them, that's when they'll say, wow, I'll take a look at it. So imagine having thousands of followers, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, and then you reach out to them and you go, hey, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. I'm helping a company expand right now, and I'm looking for people that would like to really supplement, if not replace, their income. If you're interested, please send me a private message. Now, if some of you did that video right now, and no one views it, no one likes it, no one comments on it, then you're not doing these three things. If you don't have a group of people in your organization, an MDC or any other company, and you're not making a full-time income on a monthly basis, you have not done these three things. So in closing, let me say this. Let's say that a person wanted to be a singer. They wanted to be a singer. That's their dream. That's their goal. If they don't connect with people, no one knows they're a good singer. Did you guys catch that? If they don't build a following, then no one invites someone to see their video. And if people don't subscribe to your YouTube channel and they don't follow, then you get no record deal. So for some of you that may or may not like this person, it doesn't make a difference. But, when you sit there and think of people like, Justin Timberlake, or Justin Bieber, be a believer, that bottom line, he started doing out of his bedroom videos of him singing other people's songs. He didn't do one video. He did video. Once he built a following, he asked for requests. Does anybody want me to sing a certain video? And he's doing it, and he's doing it, and he's doing it, and he's doing it, and he's doing it. Do you think there was one time where he did a video, and the very first video that he came up, he didn't have any subscribers, he didn't have any following, so he didn't get any likes, he didn't get any hearts, he didn't get anything. But he kept doing it. And he kept doing it till someone shared his video. And when they shared his video, he was singing one of Usher's songs. And the person knew Usher. So then he took that link and sent it to Usher. And it's still on his YouTube channel. Usher went to his house, knocked on his door, and met him, and actually sang a song, one of his songs with him in his bedroom. Well, now you guys know the rest of the story, right? Usher signed him to a contract, edified and promoted him. And now he's got this large following and they got believers everywhere. You don't have to like him. But if you're not connecting, inviting, and getting people to subscribe or getting subscriptions or getting signups, then if you got a lot of signups, then you're going to get a lot of people that are buying product. So I see that this video went a little longer than normal, but bottom line, when Terry and I jumped into My Daily Choice, I have no idea how many people Terry and I connected with. Don't know. Let me just throw a number out there. Let's say it's 1,000. So thousands of people we connected with, that's seen our connections that we've connected with, and 312 invited themselves to pre-enroll. And out of that number, I guess I could write it really quick. So let's say thousands, and then invites 312. I'll put the numbers above there so you guys have them. So thousands of connections, 312 people invited and pre-enrolled, and 81 people signed up and bought product that, listen to this, in 2 weeks did 41,000 in volume. I wasn't paying attention. If I was, I could have pushed a little harder, and Terry and I would have hit 50,000, 50K in our first 2 weeks. But we blew that away the next month. So this works. So a lot of you want to say, well, I want to do this, and I want to build a brand, and I want to build a website, and, I want to learn how to be a speaker, and I want to learn to be a trainer, and I want to learn to be a presenter, and, I want to work on myself, personal development, and I want to read all this book. All that is awesome. It's totally awesome. But if you want to sing, you got to sing as much as you can, as fast as you can. So my mentor said, Robert, you got to learn to connect within minutes, even seconds. You got to get great at inviting them. And you got to get great at getting them in front of the videos for them to get the information. The people that are at the right place at the right time in their life will immediately get in and buy product. Some of you can even write in here. When I found a link and clicked on Jenna's link that was on her Facebook page, I signed up. I didn't have to have anyone invite me. I didn't have anyone need to connect with me. I just clicked on the link, signed up, and bought some product. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee. It was a no-brainer for me. But if I wouldn't have clicked on the link, I would have never bought product. So when you find the right people at the right time, it's amazing how fast this sequence happens. But when you're talking to the wrong people at the wrong time, and you're not sorting, that's another video that I have. I don't remember what I called it. It's the example I use in the sandbox. But it's like, bottom line, you got to be going through people as fast and quick as you can, connecting, inviting, and getting people to go in and watch the videos. Some will, so what? Some will, some won't. Who cares? So my goal is consistently to find the right people at the right time. I know when they're the wrong people at the wrong time. What is that? Why do I have to click on a link? Who are you? Did you hear about my company? Here is a wedding invitation. Can I get some money from you? Here's a picture you didn't ask for. It's easy to find the wrong people at the wrong time. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the diamonds and the gold. I'm looking for the right people at the right time. So 35 plus years, Terry and I have been doing this business full time. We're blessed to make 7 figures a year. And it's because we're willing to write numbers in these boxes every day. You can do all the other stuff, but you can't stop doing these stuff. So what if I asked every one of you, hey, listen, send me your 3 numbers. Send me your 3 numbers. You can go in the back of your MDC office, you can click on tools, you can put on stats, and you can see how many people clicked on your link. 2, you can see how many pre-enrolled. 3, you can see how many people became an affiliate. The 3 boxes are right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love and appreciate you. If Terry and I can do this, you can do this. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. You can go to check out other videos at roberthollis.com/training. And that will also link you to the website, but make sure you go to youtube.com /steps. Robert Hollis. And go to roberthollis.com/steps. I'm sorry. And I'm walking through each and every video. So, Shara and Kendall, thank you so much. Kai, Tina, nice to see you. Nicholas. And if I miss some of you, hi, Eric. Hi, Danielle. Hi, my lovely wife, Chris. And thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.